Hi everyone, it's Lexi from Geason Training here with your Monday morning message. Today's message is about bullying. Bullying can take many forms, including physical assault, teasing, making threats, name-calling, or cyberbullying. What is harassment? Harassment is unwanted behaviour which you find offensive or which makes you feel intimidated or humiliated. It can happen on its own or alongside other forms of discrimination. Unwanted behaviour could be physical gestures, facial expressions, spoken or written words, or abuse, images and graffiti, jokes, offensive emails, tweets or comments on social networking sites. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is bullying through a mobile phone or online, for example by email, instant messenger, or on social network sites. Cyberbullying is just as serious. In a 2016 young person survey, the results found 57% were bullied on Facebook, 38% were bullied on Instagram, 32% were bullied on Snapchat, 52% were subject to false rumours online. Overcoming bullying. Overcoming bullying can be one of the hardest things to do. We often speak to adults who bear the scars of bullying and it has affected their adulthood in one way or another. They may have trust issues, low self-esteem and self-worth. We have seen how the effects of bullying can determine someone's behaviour and actions. For those who have experienced bullying, it may be difficult to do the everyday things we take for granted, such as meeting new people, trying out new challenges and more. Definition of workplace bullying. Bullying is conduct that cannot be objectively justified by a reasonable code of conduct and whose likely or actual cumulative effect is to threaten, undermine, constrain, humiliate or harm another person or their property, reputation, self-esteem, self-confidence or ability to perform. Workplace bullying. Bullying at work comes in a variety of shapes and forms and may be carried out at various levels. It could come from a manager, a supervisor, a co-worker or anyone else from around the organisation. Although this is by no means a comprehensive list, some of the examples of bullying in the workplace might include insults, rudeness or intentional embarrassment, spreading rumours or stories about individuals, unwarranted personal or professional criticism, making staff members perform demeaning, degrading or pointless tasks, threatening behaviour, unwanted sexual advances and harassment, overworking, bullying can have a number of negative consequences for the victims, not all of which may be immediately apparent. Aside from the obvious loss of motivation at work, it can also lead to anxiousness, sleeplessness, loss of self-confidence and other self-esteem issues. Victims of regular bullying often find it difficult to maintain concentration, making it hard for them to cope with daily tasks and continue working effectively. Deterioration in health, mental illness, stress and depression are some of the serious side effects, and as all of these problems could lead to extended periods of absence, it might mean serious repercussions for a business. Advice: workplace bullying. Please remember that if an issue of bullying or harassment is raised, we must advise that the learner follows their company policy on bullying and harassment, often found in the E&D policy, just like ours is. This also applies to many issues where there is an employment issue, for example discrimination, equality issues, unfair treatment, etc. Confide in someone you trust. Harassment is unlawful under the Equality Act if it's because of or connected to one of these things: age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex, sexual orientation. The Equality Act calls these things protected characteristics. Following this video, if you think that you have an issue that you need to discuss, please contact your safeguarding officer at your earliest opportunity. Report any issues relating to safeguarding or welfare to your safeguarding officer within 24 hours of it coming to your attention. Thanks so much for watching and we'll see you next week for your next Monday morning message.